Welcome into today's video. Today is Sunday fun day for me, and we're going to be playing with some new makeup. Well, new to me makeup. I had done a C Beauty haul after C Beauty Mall reached out to me and let me pick a bunch of stuff. So I had picked a bunch of different brands because I kind of wanted to just like get into more C Beauty and see what they had. So one of the brands that I had picked was Judydoll, and I picked this particular mascara. It's the one that comes with like the iron brush. So after that C Beauty haul, Judydoll reached out to me to do essentially a collaboration. So I do have a 20% discount code for you guys. I'll flash it up on the screen, but I'll also link it in the description box as well. I did not get to pick a ton of these. There was like a couple that I got to pick shade and whatnot, but mostly they just kind of wanted to send me some stuff to test it out and essentially do a review. But I am very excited because I love testing brands that are new to me. I like testing all different kinds of makeup. And last year especially, I was getting into C Beauty eyeshadows and I was finding that they were very good and that there were a lot of new brands that seemed to be launching. And I've heard of Judydoll before. So anyway, let's test all this stuff, you guys. We're gonna do a full scale review on this. I have 10 different products here and it's almost a full face. I do not have a Judydoll foundation. So the first thing that I actually picked out was the mattifying makeup base. So I thought this actually looked really cool. It says a cup of frappe Americano. I saw the picture for this and I asked them if I could have this, and I think this was like one of the few things that I kind of got to pick. I think I got to pick like the shade in the lip glaze. Anyway, I was excited for this. I just thought it looked cool, and additionally, it's getting hotter and I'm already starting to reach for more mattifying things. I think it looks pretty cool, like overall, just kind of an interesting component. I have no idea how this opens, you guys. I'm scared and I'm going to immediately break it. Okay, so it's like a little thing that pops out of here and it comes out of this and you just press the button at the top there. Ooh, it's like colored. Okay, there it is. I thought it was gonna be clear. This is almost like straight up a foundation. Look at that. Ooh, okay, let's hope it just like shears out. Mattifying makeup base. Let's get it everywhere in the T-zone. It says a cup of, what did it say? My kids are playing downstairs. A cup of frappe Americano. It definitely does not smell like a latte at all. It's basically fragranceless. I'm a little surprised. I can't say that I wasn't excited for it to have a fragrance to it, although that could have been irritating. So it's nice that it doesn't have a fragrance. I'm interested to see if it actually works, if it's actually mattifying, because it feels lotiony and I can feel like hydrated. Can you just see? I'm like a little shiny. I do think it has like a little bit of coverage though, like almost a little bit of tint, although that is kind of pretty on the skin. All right, let's move on. So there's a couple of other things that I have that I don't know if they're going to work. I do have the eyeliner slash eyebrow gel, which they did want to send me this. It's very interesting. It's in the shade number 2. I think I had to like pick the shade, but I don't think that this is going to work for my brows. I want to try, or at least like see what the color is. It's in dark brown, so I'm thinking it's probably not going to work. It's an interesting component. So it comes with like a top that you pull off and then a brush, and then this is a twist off, and it comes out like a, I don't know, like a little lip balm. So you squeeze a little bit out, you use it. I just think it's going to be too dark. And if it is, I already have a liner here. Oh, you guys, that is deep. Holy smokes, that's too much for my brows. Yeah, that's way too dark. I cannot get away with that at all. It would be a nice liner, but they also gave me a liner. They had an interesting array of products that they wanted to send me. I was kind of like, this is maybe not exactly what I would have picked for myself. I mean, I looked at the list of the stuff that they wanted to send me, you guys. I totally went to their website and started picking out a bunch of other stuff, and I sent them back a list and they're like, okay, we'll see what we can do on sending you what you requested. You guys, I barely got anything. There's some really cool stuff on their website, so I was having a blast. I didn't get it, but you know, now if you guys want to use my code, it's 20% off. It's the Judydoll Slim Liquid Eyeliner. This one is in black. Oh, I needed a new black one. Oh my gosh, look how precise you can get with that. Ooh, it's a clean eyeliner, but it is black, so I don't know, maybe we will skip this and we'll end up using the brown. Oh, it's almost like immediately dry. kind of smudge proof. You know, it's hard to read this stuff. Everything is in Chinese on all of these packages, so I can't essentially read it from here. I would have to go to the website, but I don't know if this is waterproof or not. But I was in need of a new black liner, so I'm actually excited to use that. But I would rather use this for an eyeliner just because it's kind of more unique and cool. So let me go just do my brows separately. My house is so freaking loud right now, you guys. Okay, this brow product is admittedly too dark for me. I did mention you guys that I'm trying to use this up. It's the one from Rare Beauty. It's the Brow Harmony, but this one is Enriched Taupe. It's just so freaking dark. And I feel like even since I've gotten it, it's like oxidized. Okay, I took the wing out just a little bit too far. So we will use this for eyeliner. The only complexion product that I got was the Traceless Cloud Touch Concealer. And I do want to say this was one of the things that I picked out in the shade 01. So I'm going to use it to set my eyes. I also want to use it, oh, that's light. It's kind of beigey too. I also want to use it on the complexion as well. Let me use this brush. Ooh, I can tell this is like a drier concealer. You know, I do notice that C Beauty or just like Asian beauty in general, if it's not like indicated specifically, a lot of their products tend to be a little bit drier. I'm just setting my eyes now with one of the things I'm about to show you guys. It's funny because I feel like they hone in on very dewy makeup a lot of times. But yeah, again, if it's not like specifically listed, like a lot of the base products, I just find they tend to be a little bit more dry. So it's kind of how this concealer feels. All right, let's move on into eyes. I got a bunch of different face palettes from them. So this one is the 10 shade makeup palette. So supposed to be for eyes, cheeks, like a full look essentially. They do have a protective cover that has like Chinese writing. I'm never gonna be able to tell you what this is, but I could look it up. I think this is very pretty. I told them that this wasn't like something that I get a ton of use out of. Like I just don't go for full on makeup palettes typically, but I will say when I got it, I was more excited by like the color story. This one is in 02, I guess. Anyway, I think that we could use this for bronzer. I could use this for blush. I just used this one to set my eyes. This has a minty green tinge to it. So this could even be in addition to maybe like an eyeshadow, like a color correcting product. And you could use a couple of these things for different things. So this one is one option. Then they also sent me the Play Color all-in-one palette for your full face. So this is another scenario that could be eyes and cheeks. And this is the one where it definitely has something that I would consider like a highlighter too. This, if it's like a blush or a bronzer, is a little bit shimmery. It has tiny little sparkles in it. So I almost thought, you know, we could use this one like on the eyes and then this for a highlighter. Again, not really something that I reach for all that often. And then they sent a blush and highlighter palette specifically. Now this one, ow, my nail just scraped on that and it sounded horrible. Now this one has like a cream blush in it. I don't know where the highlighting palette comes from, but I would say like I could use this as a setting powder because it's a very light pink. So this definitely could be like highlighting the under eyes. So we could use that, but this is a cream blush and oh, look at this cute little heart in there. It's so adorable. I've wanted to swatch it so many times now. All right, so I know what I want to do. I want to take the Play Color all-in-one face palette and then this 10 palette, and I want to swatch all of the shimmers because I want to see what the texture is of these, which ones I want to end up using. So in the Play Color, I took one of the shimmers that seems like your standard shimmer formula, but this one looks like a pressed glitter, which is not usually my cup of tea, and it's light. C Beauty is usually on the lighter side. Now this one is from the big one, and one of these again kind of looks like a topper, but this one looks absolutely stunning. It's got sparkles in it, but it has a good base. This is pretty too, like it has a nice base to it. This is just prettier. So pretty much two shimmers I think I would use on my eyes from both of these palettes. All right, I'm definitely gravitating towards this one right here. Even though it's sparkly, it's kind of the deepest and it's a maroon color, which I typically like. I think we'll actually take that and go into the outer corner to build depth. I do find that a lot of C Beauty shadows are thinner. They're not as easily blendable. They are more pack and go kind of shades. but they're getting better. I will say the couple of new brands that have come out, indie brands especially, they've definitely gotten a more refined formula over the last year. Yeah, see how like just dragging it across, these are a little bit thinner. I'm hoping it blends out nicely, otherwise it'll stay like that. It happens sometimes. This is definitely fading into a lighter pink shade. It's not bad, it's not bad. Okay, I apparently picked up a lot more on the brush the second time around, so the left eye got a lot more intense. Let's move on to the next brush. I'm actually gonna go into this palette, and because this is, I don't know, it's so bright, I'm gonna diffuse it out, and I'm gonna take this shade right here. It might be hard to tell, but it's like a pink-based brown. I just think it has a little bit of warmth to it, so it's gonna look nicely, like fading this color out just around the edges a little bit. I mean, if it does what I want it to do. All right, before I do any cleanup, I'm gonna take that one shimmer from the 10 pan palette. It's the prettiest, and I'm reaching for a bunch of shades like this now. I wonder if I would seriously think to take a palette like, ooh, that shimmer is beautiful, a palette like this traveling. I have realized, like, in the last couple of years when traveling, I mean, I used to take like a ton of makeup with me and my bag would be huge. But I have noticed, I'm like, nope, it needs to be small and tiny, kind of an all-in-one. Sometimes I will take products that can be used for multiple things. I'm just doing a quick look, okay? Quick. I don't think this shimmer necessarily goes with the maroon, but I don't care. Okay, that wasn't half bad. I liked that it was fast, it was simple and easy. I went too far in with the darker shade than I wanted to, but it's pretty. I like that shimmer, and I think I could use it all on its own. This palette, obviously with 10 shades, has a lot more because you have the setting shade. You could use this as a blush, and this is definitely like a contouring product. And this one, because it has like a little bit of warmth, could be a bronzery type shade. Again, if you had a deeper skin tone, you could use this, but then it also could be like your deepening outer corner color. You have a topper if you like toppers. This one I could see having a lot more use. It's in the Color Story 02. You know how that goes. They're not very deep and not typically done for a deeper skin tone. Where this particular palette, I don't know, I kind of like that it has a little bit more color to it than this one, which is much more neutral on the eyeshadow shades. But then from this, I think that you get a highlighter, which you don't with the other one. That topper is too sparkly for me, but there's no blush in this particular one. I could see myself using this shade as a bronzer. I guess it also could be like a blush, but yeah, it's mostly like a light bronzer for my skin tone. Okay, let's finish up the eyes. Let's get into this. I've never used anything like this, so this is gonna be my first time. We'll see how well I execute. It's really brown. It's a super rich, deep brown that, I don't know, maybe it doesn't like offer a ton of forgiveness once I start. Yeah, I'm gonna go in bold. No, I already messed up. I do like the idea of like a precision brush, especially to like do a wing. I think that that could make it pretty easy for like control, and you don't have the whole felt tip. This particular formula is super tacky, and I feel like it needs to be stamped in. When I initially went in, you guys, I made a mess. I don't think it's bad. I mean, I think it dries quickly. It's kind of my point. I don't think you get like a lot of playtime with it. So when I made a mess, I was like, uh-oh, like I need to clean it up really quickly. Yeah, I know a lot of people use like liner brushes, but this formula is strange. I kind of feel like it's not gonna budge at all. It is so tacky, you guys. It's really interesting. I think it would last all freaking day. Also though, I do think I kind of got it in my eyelashes, which I'm afraid is not going to come out. Again, an interesting formula and kind of nice, again, to do the wing, but no, this is not changing my life to the point where I'm so glad they sent this to me. It could have been one of those situations where I was like, oh, I didn't know this existed and I never want to go back to using like a felt tip liner, but I don't think that's gonna be the case for me. I don't even think I got them even. I'm just gonna go back in now with the felt tip, you guys. I have more experience with these and I feel like more control, and I like that they're like a little bit creamier. Yeah, I like the liner so much better because I've got experience using that. I guess I like it a little bit more creamy. This formula I could see working maybe in your brows, but it's definitely not a formula I'm gonna love for the eyes as an eyeliner. Yeah, just not for me. Okay, I want to go into this mascara next. This one is the Curling Iron Mascara in 01 Black. I have not used this since the first time I tried it, and it was not intense enough. You know how everyone is saying like there's so much fan effect and they look so much longer? I didn't get that from this mascara, so I have not wanted to reach for it again. That's just me personally, but it's been sitting out a while, so it's time to try it again and see if there's anything different that I am gonna feel about it. It's just not pigmented enough. Like there's just not enough product here. You know, I could see if you really liked length and you had the patience to kind of sit here and do this, that's fine. But guys, I like my lashes way more intense than this. Like thick and volumizing. I already have the length, so length isn't like missing for me. And maybe that's why I just don't like love this. Okay, that was better than the first time I used it, I won't lie. But is it doing something that a normal wand mascara won't do? No. I want to know where the thought was behind these iron wand mascaras. Like what technology am I missing about these that is supposed to make them so much better? I like the fact that you can get really close to the lash line, and maybe that was what was missing. If you guys have used this mascara or one like it, tell me what you think of it. Oh, and by the way, when I did pick this out from C Beauty Mall, not from Judydoll, this was the curling one. I feel like there were two, and I specifically got this curling one. So that's the effect that you're supposed to get with this mascara. I think I'm remembering that correctly, because this particular mascara does in fact have different styles, I'm pretty sure. So I want to say that there's 3 different types of this mascara, and even Judydoll was like, I think initially gonna try and send me this, and I was like, no, don't, I already have it, so I'll just, you know, I'll pop it in the video. You guys, I think it's fine. I just don't think it's as intense as I typically go, because I'm a volumizing person, not a lengthening person. I think the length is fine. It's there. I didn't curl my eyelashes today, so they're doing whatever they're doing with themselves and the mascara. I just am personally not a fan of what this is doing. My favorite thing is how close you can get right to the lash line and just shimmy it up. Like get up in there and shimmy it up. And that is hard, but you could also tightline, which I am going to do as well because of the eyeliner. Okay, if you guys are keeping score so far, really the only thing that I have enjoyed is this black eyeliner. I've been needing to get more, so I'm happy to have it. Not a huge fan of the mascara, it's just not my thing. And then this brow slash eyeliner thing, it's also not my thing. It could have been, I think. It's just that the formula is really sticky and I'm just not used to it. But I think that it, like when it started to dry down, I don't think it was gonna go anywhere. I am unsure about this particular product so far. It's because I can't tell if it's mattifying me. Put it in my T-zone and I threw over it the iconic London blurring skin tint, so it's a little bit of a lighter coverage, and it's also kind of dewy. Right now, I feel dewy in the T-zone, so I don't know what to think about that. Let's go for this concealer now. By the way, did I tell you I got mine in the shade 01? It's so light. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. It's almost like yellow. So it's got a yellow undertone. This is definitely not the right shade for me. I should be able to tell by the end of the video whether or not this is going to be a formula that I like, but it feels thick and drier now that I've used this twice. I'm gonna take a little setting powder brush and take one of the shades from the 10 pan. This little one in the corner to set my under eyes. This is a good setting shade for me. You know, it's funny because I don't like all-in-one face palettes, but this may be the most useful thing that I end up trying today. I may end up liking this the most, is what I am kind of getting at. I do like that color under the eyes though. It's definitely brightening. The concealer itself is helping. All right. I am going to go into this shade in the 10 pan palette for my like contour essentially. I'm going to use it as a bronzer, and I think it will be very pretty because it's a super cool tone and it's very light too. For me personally, again, this would work. You'd have to use that like little itty bitty shade in the middle if you had a deeper skin tone, but then it's like 2 skin tones total. Wow, this is deeper than it kind of looks in the pan. You see how much deeper this is coming out on my cheeks? It's definitely doable. It's pretty. Yeah, this thing has had the most usefulness of the length of this video so far. But I for sure want to go into the cream blush. So I want to swatch these two. So I'm going to go ahead and like deface this little heart now. Bye heart. Oh, see you later. And then the cream as well. Oh, the cream is not what I was thinking it was going to be. It's kind of balmy. There's the blush. Oh my gosh, it's like silica based. Oh wow, it's like thick silica based. I don't exactly have another blush that's quite this thick and silica based. It reminds me a lot of the Cheek Freak blush bombs from About Face, or even the Instant Crush blushes from ColourPop, which I wasn't a huge fan of because they come out like a soft matte. But let's take that cream on a brush like this, and we're gonna use that one. I am kind of tapping it off, but I don't think it's too pigmented either, so I don't think I really need to all that much. Yep, that's exactly what this blush is like. The Cheek Freak blush bombs or the Instant Crush blushes from ColourPop, because it's not dewy. It's got this like soft matte, slightly like natural finish, and not intensely pigmented either. It's actually really pretty. Yeah, it's very delicate. It's nice. It's a nice blush formula. The powder blush felt fine. It's just a matte. So for me, there's probably only two colors in here I would reach for, because I would set with this one, but I wouldn't put a blush shade on me like this. It's a nice little blush palette, but does it beat out some of my other ones? I don't know. I will say I don't hate my complexion at the current moment. I'm going to go back into this little one, and I'm going to go into this shade right here as a highlighter. I didn't swatch this one as an eyeshadow because I don't think it's enough for me. I think it's definitely more like a highlighter. Honestly, I think I prefer glitterier eyeshadows that I couldn't necessarily use a highlighter for both my eyes and my face. Okay, that's pretty, but I think I still had like some pink left over on this brush. That's actually nice. It's like kind of subtle. So far, not one of these palettes could be a standalone palette. And again, this one is not where I would pull the highlighter from, because I would not use this as a highlighter. I wouldn't even use that shade, period. So I'd have to like take both of these palettes if I wanted to travel and get everything that I'm creating from this look. But I do like both of them. They're both really good quality. Everything was going on really well and nothing was funny. So I think I am enjoying these. And then this eyeliner was really good. I do like this as well. This is very cute. And it's quite functional for 50% of the shades. Again, wouldn't use the lighter two. I'm sitting here laughing because I'm thinking of all the things that I wanted to pick and the things I thought I would find the most interesting. It's the opposite day today, where I'm like, I don't like face palettes, but then I liked those the best. And I'm like, I didn't need a new eyeliner, and I liked that a lot. So that just goes to show, you know, you have your standard loves, and there's usually a reason. There's two more products, you guys. I want to go over these lip glazes. These are called the Watery Essence lip glazes, and they allowed me to pick two shades. So I got 04 and 05. They're G04 and 05. Now these looked really cool. I am not going to lie, I was definitely excited that they allowed me to pick two shades of this. So let's see what happens. Okay, so it's on one of these that I'm seeing quite a bit lately. Like one of these metal dispensers, and then I'm assuming you twist it up. I'm twisting an awful lot over here. Okay, finally came out. This one is the G04 shade. I'm doing a little swatch first. This is really pretty. I kind of like products like this where they're pigmented, but they're really juicy. Oh, look at that. I don't even know what to think yet. Oh my gosh, there's a lot happening here. Oh, okay. I put too much like on one side. Can I move it? Ooh, that feels so good. I'm not gonna lie, these are cool. Like, it's so cold on the lips. Oh, it feels really good. That is a thick, juicy consistency. I do like it. It feels really good. It doesn't feel goopy though, but it's kind of sticky. That's really pretty. That's really pretty. I love the way this feels. I know I already said that. I like how cool it feels on the lips. And this has a fruity scent to it. It's not a disgusting get in your mouth kind of fruity scent. It's actually really nice. Pleasant. Okay. Comes out a lot more sheer on the lips once you buff it out than it did on the swatch. Let's do 05, which this one looks a little brown. I don't know if that's exactly what I was going for when I picked these colors, but here's the shade, which I feel like a lot of you guys might actually like that, especially if it's a little bit more on the sheer side. Ooh, yeah, it's really pretty. It's sticky when you touch it, but it's not like sticky on the lips. Ooh, okay, I just got a little bit in my mouth. It's a little floral. I take it back. No thank you. All right, let's go in with G05. Now let me like evenly apply this instead of like a fat goop in the middle. The cold is just addicting. Like the application is delightful. Yeah, I think that's a really very neutral shade that a lot of people would get along with. It's actually pretty cool toned. Yeah, okay, so I enjoy these. These are cool for sure. Essence Watery Lip Glaze. That one's a little thick. They're thick, they're sticky, but they're not goopy. They are essentially what they sound like, I think. I'm gonna put that pink one back on. Yeah, they taste like shit though. Not gonna lie. Once it got into my mouth, it was a no-go from there. I don't know if I feel more matte with this blurring skin tint on. Okay, I've been keeping track as I've been going and I've been making my piles. All of the face palettes were pretty darn good. If you guys are into like the one and dones, the face palettes, they're nice. And then the eyeliner, which is nothing, but like a good eyeliner makes such a difference, especially if you wear a lot of it, etc. So I really enjoy really precise eyeliners. This lip glaze though, I'm telling you, it is like now in my throat and it tastes like I ate a rose. It's like a no, full stop. I like the effect, but I also think I can get this elsewhere. I'll be honest, the things that I wanted, I did not get to try. They have some amazing looking cream blushes and powder blushes and other things that I would have picked for myself. It was a fun review, but I definitely think that I would take my 20% discount and I would go there and get the things that I really wanted to because they didn't send them to me. And also, if I'm being honest, I think that if a brand wants to reach out to a creator, since this is like my first experience where they were kind of like, no, here's the things that I want you to try and review, I think that you should stick to the other side of it, which is allow us to pick the things that we think we'll like, because I think that's beneficial for both parties. I think the likelihood is that you're gonna like more of the stuff, but then also it's gonna help you because we're gonna talk more highly about it. That would just be my criticism of this particular review and the way that they reached out to me, because there were so many good things on the website, I'm not kidding, that I would have liked to grab some other stuff instead of face palettes, which I just don't use that freaking often. This is actually pretty cool looking, and if it works, it would be really nice. So I'm glad that they let me pick that, you know? Because that was not on their list of things that they wanted to send me. That was probably a weird thing for them. They probably were like, why does she want like a mattifying base? Well, that's just my personal preference. And so I'm likely to get more use out of it. Anyway, I want to hear what you guys think. If you're interested, again, to check out anything that they have on their site and you find something, use that code. I'm not sure it's affiliated, but it's definitely a code, which is great, which is nice. Because if I'm going to talk about a brand, I love when I can offer a discount code, even though it may not be affiliated to me. That's not the point. I didn't hate anything except maybe this was not my favorite and I will not be keeping that. I actually might keep giving this a try. Every time I try this, I'm trying it with a more dramatic eye look. And it's harder to tell if I like a mascara if I'm using an eyeliner with it. I would say though, like it's definitely nice. I'm trying to like, where do I put my eyes? It's lengthening. And that's cool. You guys might even enjoy a curling mascara or wanted to try one because they were all over TikTok for a period there. Anyway, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you've tried Judydoll or if there are other recommendations that you guys have of products that you absolutely love. I will leave in the comments below whether or not this kept me matte and if the concealer went absolutely haywire. Right now, it's actually not doing bad at all. So I thought it was gonna already start looking thicker than this by now, but it hasn't. Anyway, if you guys are not currently subscribed, I'd love to see you subscribe. You guys, I'm out of here and I hope to catch y'all on my next video. Bye guys.